So the Pats unfortunately suffered their first loss of the season this past Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens. The score was 37-20. And without any more hesitation, let's just get right into the specifics. First and foremost, I got to hand it to the Ravens. They played a hell of a game. They played aggressive. They absolutely tore it up. Lamar Jackson is just having a hell of a year, an MVP season, and he put that on full display this past Sunday night. Mark Ingram also had a really good game. He had well over 100 yards rushing. So I got to hand it to the Ravens. Their defense also played incredibly well. They just outplayed us. Now let's dive into the Patriots in this game. The defense made a lot of mistakes. They took a lot of stupid penalties. One that sticks out to me was a neutral zone infraction that, Baltimore had like a fourth and goal and they were going to kick a field goal, but then a neutral zone infraction or something like that gave Baltimore a new set of downs, and it's just, and then they scored a touchdown. I think that was on the opening drive, but I don't know for sure. So just really a lot of stupid mistakes and giving the Ravens too many opportunities. Edelman had a really ugly fumble in the opening drive at the beginning of the second half that Marlon Humphreys took back for a touchdown. So that also was not good. I would say that was the play that effectively ended the game, at least in my opinion. It gave Baltimore their double-digit lead back. I think they were up 20 or 17-13 at that point. That play right there, I think, kind of sealed it for them. And from that point on, it just seemed like they dominated. And it really does kind of show that one play can change the outcome of an entire game. But something positive about New England is Mohamed Sanu had a really great game. It looks like he and Tom Brady are developing some chemistry really well, so that's good news. And I mean, guys, we were bound to lose a game at some point. I mean, you can't expect to go undefeated. Now, to anyone that's writing off the Pats and saying like, "Oh, they suck. The season's over. This is where it all comes down. This is it, man." Okay, I think you need to calm your tits. So, guys, we've seen this before. We've seen the Patriots lose a bad game or look absolutely bad, and they look like they just aren't the same team anymore. Like, oh no, oh, this is it. They looked absolutely terrible. Is this the end of the Patriots dynasty? Is this the end? We've seen this before. We've seen this team bounce back. If it's anything we know about Bill Belichick coach teams, it's that it's kind of a work in progress. As the season goes on, Belichick makes adjustments. So I've talked to my dad many times about this, and he's always said that nobody makes better halftime adjustments than Bill Belichick. And it's kind of true. And when you think about it in a more season long perspective, New England is constantly changing their playbook every week. They're constantly coming up with a new thing. Their thing is that they're always going to try to take away your best player. Now, they couldn't do that this past Sunday night. As I've mentioned, Lamar Jackson tore it up. Mark Ingram absolutely had a game. But to think that this is like somehow a sign of like, oh, this is the end. This is it. The Patriots are done. They're done. They're done. Oh. Like I said, I think you need to calm your tits. The final thing I'll talk about is something that Jason Whitlock said. So, and I'll leave a link to what he said in the description below. But he basically said he was more impressed with New England than he was with Baltimore. Now, I don't know if I'll go that far for me personally, but what he said kind of made sense a little bit. He said, after the first quarter, Belichick kind of kept Lamar Jackson under wraps, and basically he brought up the Edelman fumble on the opening drive in the third quarter, and he said, you think about it like this: if New England scores on that opening drive, New England probably wins that game. Now you can disagree with that. You can think Jason Whitlock is wrong. That's fine, but I actually kind of agree. I agree with that because if you think about it, like I said, one play changes the outcome of the game. Now, in my opinion, that fumble that Marlon Humphreys picked up for a touchdown, I think that changed the outcome of the game. I really do. Now, it's not to take anything away from Baltimore. They played a great game. I can't stress that enough. They're a great team. They earned that W, and I'm not taking anything away from them. But to say that this is like the end of the Patriots, I think that's a little exaggerated myself. All right, guys. So you've heard what I have to say about this game and about the Patriots going forward. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. So much like every video I've done before, go ahead and go nuts in the comment section. Tell me what you think of this game. What do you think of the Patriots going forward? Are you one of the people that thinks that this is a sign of the apocalypse and it's over, or are you like me? Are you just thinking you just kind of taking this as like this is just history repeating itself and whatever. Whatever your thoughts are, throw them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, go Pats.